All right, before we get started, I did want to take a moment to plug the new sleeves that StarCityGames is now selling in the store, as well as at our events. And these are part of the various altered creatures that we've been coming out with for the past couple of years. But this one is by far my favorite.
Oh, it's just the best.
Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
See, even got the little leaf on his head, like Eternal Witness.
Yeah.
And there's maybe some more of these coming out along the way. We also have the part of the creature collection, the woolly mammoth, just a big cute mammoth.
Yeah, like I would probably use these sleeves if I'm drafting green and Khans of Tarkir. That woolly Loxodon out there.
Yeah.
But.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Take a look at our openers, and we have already decided not to mulligan, just so you guys know.
And I did win the die roll,
lucky.
And super lucky. We're gonna run it. We're gonna run this hand and see if it pans out for us.
Yeah, on my side, I actually have a lot of tension here between the curve of my hand and casting this Thoughtseize. We'll talk about it more because it could change depending on if I draw an untapped land or not. So,
go.
All right, so we did draw an untapped land, so I think it's okay to go ahead and cast Thoughtseize on turn 1 instead of playing the Temple of Malady. But we're going to take 3 down to 17 and take a peek. All right.
Well, this hand was great if he didn't Thoughtseize us on turn 1. So that was about the worst possible thing that could have happened.
So if we take Sylvan Caryatid, he has to draw 2 lands in a row to start casting Frontier Siege. But once he gets to that point, Ugin could just be overwhelming. So it's possible I just want to take Ugin and just let him ramp. But the problem with his deck is that it just does too much stuff. And with the way our hand is working right now, we can go turn 2 Caryatid into turn 3 Siege Rhino, which will put the brakes on Nissa. Worst case scenario is he draws 2 mana Accelerator into a land Frontier Siege, and then is able to start doing big stuff. So I think we just take Caryatid to slow him down. Hopefully our Siege Rhinos will get the job done. And sure go.
Oh, that was a tilt. Go.
All right. Well, we're safe for the time being, but I'll go ahead and go to 16 and play Caryatid off of Forced.
Cut.
Sure go.
All right. I think I'm just going to say go. I don't think it's worth doing this.
Cut.
You're good.
All right. We'll draw. Green, white, black. So we have to take a damage regardless of which land we play. I'll go to 15, then 18, and play a Siege Rhino.
Sure. 17.
Sure go.
That's unfortunate. I think I'm going to just wait one more turn and say go. I don't think doing this for 1 really, unless we get super lucky, like, I don't think that really does anything.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Battle for 4.
13.
I'll put you to 10, play another one, and I go to 20 because I take another damage. And I'll play the Temple, put a bottom on a land, say go.
Well, the top card of our deck wasn't Elvish Mystic, but we would have had to fetch, so
Sure.
it's not what we would have drawn. You're up.
All right, well, I got him pretty low here, and he's not going to Ugin us, so I think we're just going to go for...
Yep.
And I'll just Charm to kill you.
Yep, dead.
All right.
All right, we're here for game 2, and I'm going to keep a hand that is fantastic unless he goes exactly turn 1 Thoughtseize, which I don't know if we mentioned after the first game, but it's extremely rare for that to actually happen in Standard these days because everyone's playing like 12 coming to play tap lands, and usually it just wrecks their curve too much for that.
My side, it's a bit of a sketchy keep, I'm not going to lie. In the dark, I think this is a keepable hand against most decks. In this particular matchup, since it's still technically game 1, I am going to keep and hope that I get a little lucky. But
Forest, go.
No Elvish Mystic. Ooh, that was not an ideal draw.
All right, I will play a Sylvan Caryatid. Go.
We're going to be looking at falling really far behind here. Well, I already have 2 Corsairs, so I don't think I need a 3rd one. Here we go.
All right, we get to do a pretty sweet play this turn, where I will cast Frontier Siege, choosing Khans, go to my 2nd main phase, and cast Voyaging Satyr. You're up.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, I will cast a Courser, taking a point down to 19.
All right.
My draw is a little bit slower than yours.
What is that?
Game.
All right, so interesting. Actually, I think so. I have 2 mana in my pool from this, and I think what I want to do is use the mana to cast Nissa. And I guess I'll fetch 2. So.
Alright, so 19 alt.
Yep. I'll use the mana to cast Nissa and turn the forest and play to a 4/4.
Okay.
And attack with it.
Yeah, we're going to take 4 damage. Down to 15.
Alright, so you're down to 15, and then...
Second main, Polukranos. I'm going to throw up if that happens.
No. Second main, add 2 mana and play another siege, but I'm going to name dragons for the siege.
Oh, no! I wonder
You're
what
up.
that means. Well, we actually are not super terribly off. I'm going to put 2 counters on this and then kill the Nissa.
So you take 1 to do that?
Yep. Then I'm going to gain it back with the Sandstep Citadel.
Okay.
So 15 to 19 still, and it's your go.
Alright, draw. Hmm. One, 2, 3. Alright. Well, there's a couple of options here for me. One is casting this, using the mana from Siege. And if there's a land on top of our deck, we can also cast this. But this might just be better anyway. Well, probably not. But like, I don't want to get wrecked too bad by something like End Hostilities. But I still think that maybe that's what we're supposed to do. So I'm just going to attack for 4.
11.
And then second main, I'm going to cast Hornet Queen. And I'm going to kill that with one of the insects.
Yep. And the cool thing about the Siege is that it is a May. So if your opponent doesn't have any creatures worth killing, like you don't want to trade off flying Death Touch creatures with like Satyr Wayfinders.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we get 3 insects after you fight my duder.
And I'm going to say go. And I'm going to hope that I don't get End Hostility here, but I feel like I probably am.
Good news for you.
Not getting End Hostility?
No.
Good.
So next turn, I'm at 11. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can deal me 10 straight up. I can play a Courser and try to find a land. I suppose that's better than casting a Rhino, because if I draw a... come in and play tap land next turn, I'm just dead, so... Alright, pass turn, I guess.
Good. Alright, so let's go ahead and draw. We did have the land, so we could have done the other play, but I think what we did was best. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with everything here, except for the Voyaging Satyr, since I'm just going to die.
I'll take 9 down to 2.
Alright, and then here I'm just going to pass because there's no reason... Well, I'll play the land, but there's no reason to overextend if he ends up wrathing us.
And dead. I have a Siege Rhino, but I go to 5 and then die to the Flyers.
Yep.
So, okay. Dead. Alright, so on my side, we're doing something of a transformation into a much more controlling strategy. I found that Siege Rhino gets outclassed very quickly in this style of matchup because Polukranos is just a bigger card. Not to mention, you know, he can just make a giant Genesis Hydra or what have you. And if my plan is to cast in hostilities, then having a 4-drop creature isn't that great. The life loss, not being able to gain the life back, rather, could be a problem. But I think it's worth cutting because of how little it actually affects the board sometimes.
And of course it can still gain life back and is fine with end hostilities.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hit my land drops, so I think having Courser still in the deck is fine. But since we are cutting some creatures, I'm going to trim on the Ajanis as well. And since I'm going to be on the play, I'm going to cut 2 copies of Thoughtseize in favor of just having more card draw and more Sweeper effects.
All right, as for me, I'm going to bring in these Whisperwoods as an additional threat and also something that can help me against his end hostilities. And I'm going to bring in a couple more Nisses as well as another threat against like Downfall and end hostilities and the like. And I'm going to cut a couple of Ugins because they don't really kill that much on his side of the board. He can just Downfall them. And I want to cut a couple of Mana Dudes because I don't want to just get wrecked by his Wraths too badly. And then a couple of Pelucranos because when he's not really playing a creature strategy, they're just a big creature that die to Downfall and not really something like Whisperwood Elemental that actually generates an advantage.
Sure. All right, I'm on the play here for game 3, and I'm on a mulligan, but I think this hand is pretty good for a mulligan just because we have this to help regain some card advantage. But I'm going to keep.
This hand's a pretty strong hand. It's a little vulnerable to Wrath, but that's this entire deck. So.
Yep. All right, we're going to start with the Temple, and I guess removal is good in this matchup, so we'll just keep that on top.
All right, and I'm just going to start with an Elvish Mystic and then send it back.
Okay, here we go.
One thing I want to point out about these Wooded Foothills is they are in the deck for Corsair Crucifix. Oh, attack. That's the reason why I'm taking damage for Forests, is the ability to reset my deck with Corsair. Go. But I don't, for that same reason, like I'm going to use it as the last land I play, generally speaking, in case I draw Corsair in the meantime.
All right, we'll go to 17 and cast Read the Bones.
Sure.
Scry 2. Both those cards are pretty awesome. Keep them.
Okay.
Here we go.
Alright, we're going to be able to make a pretty sweet play this turn, so I'm going to fetch down to 19. And I'm going to cast a Whisperwood Elemental.
Oh no. Oh no.
Alright, so Whisperwood in the house, and let's go ahead and go to my end step, and I get to manifest the top card of my library, and this is what it is.
Is it good?
It is actually kind of good.
Oh no. Is it Genesarger?
I'll morph into a 0/0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, let's see. That would actually work with Whisperwood, right? If I sacrifice Whisperwood and then unmorph Genesis Hydra, would I get another token out of it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I'm just going to pass the turn.
Okay. Alright, I am going to draw, play a land. Alright, here I'm going to attack for 5.
Okay, so it's a mana guy, and you're gonna flip it and then cast something. All right. Well, I hate to burn this card, but I think I need to use my mana more efficiently. And these 2 cards are pretty similar, so I'm just gonna exile this guy.
Okay, I think I probably just sacrifice it.
Yep.
I don't think it matters too much either way. You take 1,
16.
16, and second main phase.
Another one?
Let's unmorph another Whisperwood Elemental.
Man.
Go to my end step and we'll manifest this thing right here.
Yep.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, say go.
Alright. Okay, draw. Right. I'm gonna cast Frontier Siege in my main phase.
So there's a chance he plays Nykthos and then activates it before I actually have a chance to do anything. So in response, I am just going to Abzan Charm this guy.
I will sacrifice him.
Sure.
I'm gonna choose cons.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna attack for 3. Or 4.
4.
Yep.
12.
Yep. And I'm gonna pass the turn.
All right, I'll just wrath.
All right. And our thing is a Voyaging Satyr.
All right, scry. Put a land on bottom. And sure go.
All right. So we'll draw a card, add 2 to our pool, cast Hornet Queen.
18 to 12.
Yep. And then I'll go to second main phase, add 2 to our mana pool, Sylvan Caryatid.
Okay.
And you're up.
Alright, well, we got a lot of cards we can draw. I'm a little unhappy that we used the Absent Charm instead of the Downfall, but I really want to keep that in case he drew a Nissa or played an Ugin or something. But now we need to draw Drown in Sorrows, or that. Okay, that was good.
Okay, they're dead.
Or, let me tap this differently, and I'm going to play this.
Sure.
So I don't take a damage. Alright, 12 to 18, and sure go.
Alright, draw something sweet. So here, I could play this, but I think I would rather wait. So I'm going to add 2 mana with this and cast a Courser. And then second main phase, we'll add 2 with this and cast Pelucranos. Go.
Oh, man.
We had old Whispers on top of our deck.
Yeah, that was a pretty good draw, too.
Whispers of the Muse.
Whispers of the Wood. Right, we'll gain 1 up to 13.
Yep.
Wish I had these in reverse order.
Yeah.
And I'll say go.
Alright, so we'll draw Whisperwood Elemental and Sylvan Caryatid's on top. So I'll add 2 mana and cast a Genesis Hydra for 5.
Oh boy. Alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get another Courser. And
Hopefully find a land.
that'd be sweet.
Well, I need to draw something real good real fast.
Alright.
I'll just scoop one of these Hostilities out of my graveyard back into my hand.
Maybe if it was like, you know, Kira or something. Go to combat. Alright, I'll attack with these 2. Actually, there's no point in attacking with that. I'll just attack with this. If he has like Absent Charm to pump his Courser, that just seems bad for me if I do make that other attack.
I'll just kill him.
Alright, he is dead, and you know I have this in my hand, but
yep.
You're up.
Alright, draw, drown, and pass.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, go.
Okay. Alright, so I will draw this. Well, that's a delight. Now I don't even want to cast this Elvish Mystic. Or, I mean, this Whisperwood Elemental. Because I don't want to manifest that Ugin. Although you do have a Downfall.
Yeah.
So maybe I should just do it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you have a Downfall. But if you Downfall Ugin, then you don't get to Downfall my Whisperwood Elemental. So you could also drown my Elvish Mystic, which keeps me from casting it, but I don't know, I think I'm going to wait on and keep the Ugin as a potential option.
I think that's reasonable.
So I'll go to combat and
sure. Log here, take 5 down to 8.
And I'm going to play this using the mana from Siege and say go. Whispers.
Alright, well, he's just going to cast Ugin next turn if I don't cast Drown in Sorrows, so I'm not going to attack so I can keep blocking these. I'll just drown, leave this on top, I guess. Maybe I actually just have to find a Wrath, but let me think for a minute. So, Whisperwood Elemental on my side can potentially just give me infinite blockers for this, and I can just use my... If he never draws a land, that Ugin could be hard for him to cast. But I don't know. I'm just gonna say go. I think I have to keep this on top to match yours.
I think that's right. All right, so draw Oogs. Add 2 mana, gain 2 life. I'm at 20. Let's go to combat and attack with everything.
Alright. Oh. Block here. Guess I have to. I could block here. Go to 6 and then play Ugin. Shoot this. Alright. Block here, go to 6.
Okay, you go to 6. That thing dies. Second main, I'll play Ugin and shoot Courser to finish him off.
Oh, killed in response.
Okay, it's dead.
Alright.
And you're up.
Alright, I'll play this.
You have 2 black for...
Oh, you're right. I do have 2 black, but I have to take a damage. I'm actually at 5. Excuse me.
Okay.
Alright, play the Whisper Elemental and manifest a not creature card. Alright.
It'd be sweet if it was a Courser.
Yeah, that would be great.
Alright, I will draw Wooded Foothills, Sylvan Caryatid on top. I'll play this and go to 22. Let's see, you're at 5. I don't think doing 2 damage is worth losing a Courser, but I would very happily trade my Hydra for his Whisperwood Elemental. So I will attack you for 5.
Alright, so let's just figure this out here. So if I chump block, I stay at 5. He plays a guy, makes a guy, so he has 5 guys in play. I go up to 2 guys, and I need to draw a removal spell to not be dead, I guess. So, but if I double block, I still have a guy left. He plays, has 4 guys. I still have to draw a removal spell either way. 2. I want to make sure I'm just doing that. Yep, so I'll just chump block.
Okay, second main, I'll play Whisperwood Elemental. Go to my end step, I'll manifest this Sylvan Caryatid.
Yep. And I
probably not going to be
basically game.
Probably not going to fetch. You're up.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I just not do that. All right, we're good.
Alright. I'll reveal my morph, Sylvan Caryatid.
All right, so we are getting down to the nitty gritty as far as creatures in our deck for a Johnny to work with and find. But with Whisperwood Elemental and Courser, Elspeth, and the ability to just like put some counters on like a manifested creature that I get off of Whisperwood, our Johnny might be okay. I wouldn't really want to get a Sylvan Caryatid off his ability anyway, so I don't really count that. But we're gonna cut Sylvan Caryatid since I feel like it just kind of gums up our curve instead of actually accelerating us in anything, because our game plan now is to just cast a Wrath on turn 5.
Yep.
And I don't really want to catch my mana sources in the crossfire. And we already boarded an extra land, so we'll just put an emphasis on scrying to more mana and read the bonusing and things like that to try to find more lands.
Okay. You can use Abzan Charm and stuff as well.
Yep. All right, I'm keeping a bit of a loosey-goosey hand here on the play. Really hoping that I draw some white mana sources. I'm already regretting cutting Sylvan Caryatids.
Well, I did not cut Sylvan Caryatid, and that's going to be our game plan for this
Is
hand.
it? Or am I going to Thoughtseize it?
Now, you're probably going to take this.
Okay.
My hand is mana and that guy.
Yeah, we'll take the Courser.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So you're at 18. I'm going to make a surprise line of play. Boom. Go.
Whew. Oh, that was awkward. Go.
All right. Draw. Well, I'm just going to cast both of these.
All right.
Go. Don't drown us on me, bro.
So you have force and 2 randoms that I know about?
I have a Foothills and 2 randoms.
Oh, that's one. Sorry.
Yeah, same thing.
I will, using Urborg, cast Drown Sorrow.
Sure.
Come on, white source. Snot. Gotta put it on bottom. Here we go.
All right. Something sweet.
No.
That card's okay, but I think it's just with nothing happening. I think I just say go.
White source. Digging. Courser, man. I need white sources. All right, gamble a little bit.
All right.
I'll get to see the next card anyway.
Yeah,
so.
you can see it anyway. Ooh, Pelucranos.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Go.
All right, cast it. Dig. You're up. 19.
Yep, you're 19. Old Whisperwood Elemental. Well, that's a good one. Crash.
Take it.
So you go to
14.
Yep. I am going to fetch. Nope, I'm not going to fetch. I'm going to use Herborg. And I'm going to Genesis for 3.
Okay. Big whiff city. Big whiff city.
Ooh, we whiffed.
Yeah.
Frontier Siege.
All right. You got yourself whatever a 5-mana 3/3 is. I don't know. Usually they're 4/4s.
Yeah. It's not even a Dirkwood boar. You're up.
Yeah. Dirkwood. Derpawood. There we go. Whew.
Lucky.
Whew. All right. So I go to 15.
Yep.
I don't need this card. I would very much like to manifest it, I believe. So I believe we're just going to Whisper Wood and make a 2/2.
Sure.
All right. White? Okay. Well, that's good too. You're up.
Draw. Wetlands. And attack.
All right. So you can fight for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And make him a 7/7. Which means actually I can block with these 2, and even if you pump to fight, your Plukernos will die. But so will all of my guys. So, and I really want to draw the other end, so I don't really want to sack the Whisperwood Elemental this turn. So I'm going to just double block Genesis Hydra with these 2. I think. Let me make sure. So you can make him a 7. That's going to knock me down to 8. Fight this, and this will stay alive. Or you can just kill this, and then this will die. Corsair might be really important, though. Could just let the Whisperwood Elemental die in combat. Alright, I'll double block with these 2.
Alright, I'll order the Courser first.
Okay.
Monsters for 2.
Okay.
To hit the Courser.
Yep. So I'm going to take 7 down to 8, and Courser will die.
Yep. And I have you... Yeah, going down to 8. Yeah. I missed the life gain last turn. You're up.
Alright, let's hope Whisperwood Elemental takes over the game. I will attack for 6.
I'll block the Manifest token.
Get a little aggressive here. And
Well, I mean, if it's another Whisperwood, it's another Whisperwood.
no, it's Abzan Charm, and I really want to kill your character to keep you off of Hornet Queen. And since I have the other end to kill the Pelicanos next turn, or just chump block it. I think I'm going to do that. So put a counter here and here.
Okay.
You're going to take 5.
15.
Let me just double check this to make sure I know what it is. Okay, it's just a land.
Yeah, it should be that temple.
Yep, so you're at 15.
Yep.
And go, and I'll manifest. It is a card I don't need. This card is gross.
Attack.
I will block.
Okay. Go.
And it is in hostilities. I will attack for 8.
Take it.
Get you down to 7.
Yep.
I will play an Elspeth, taking 1 down to... Try to figure out if there's a way I can die out of your deck. Let's see. If I cast Elspeth and make 1/1s, because I go to 7. I don't think there's a way. You can't cast Ugin next turn, no matter what you do.
Get BioBlade.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I do have
You have
Urborg,
an
so you do have access to that. So, all right. I'll just do this and tick up.
Okay.
And then I'll manifest as well. Manifest this. Clearly not another creature, because those aren't really in my deck.
Alright, Frontier Siege, 4 mana.
Okay.
Mana Fest. Go.
Alright, untap. Draw. So even if he Ugins us next turn, we'll still be left with 2 manifest tokens, and he'll be dead to basically everything. I think he's still dead to Hornet Queen too, so we'll just utter in this. Attack with everybody.
I think I'm just dead this turn, actually.
You can block here, take... Oh yeah, sorry.
Yep.
Sorry. Maths.
Drowning, sorry.
If you want to leave that in with a bleep, that's fine.
All right, this hand is a hand. It's
Does
okay.
things.
It
Has
can
stuff.
It can maybe do things at various points of the game. So I'll keep.
My hand is very awesome, I guess. I don't know. Seems good.
Go.
No elf is great. Scry looking for a Thoughtseize. Well, Courser, I think you're going to be a little too slow this game on the draw. Maybe that means I just shouldn't have my deck on the draw.
All right, I'm gonna jam old Mr. Voyaging Satyr. It's Saturday.
Yep. All right, we're going to keep digging. Now I guess we're looking for a Wrath. Well, okay, we'll keep that, I guess. Here we go.
All right, well, it's time for old Frontier Siege.
Man, that card's good.
I'm gonna choose Cons, and in my second main phase, I'm going to cast nothing and pass. And the mana burn for 2. Pass the turn.
All right, so next turn he has access to potentially 7 mana. That could be really bad for me. I think I just play a land and pass though, and hold up for all these things. And say go.
All right, various things are being held up for. I will draw a card, adding 2 to my mana pool.
Sure.
And I think I just cast Hornet Queen, so we're just gonna do that.
All right.
And hopefully I don't get drowned and browned.
So trying to decide here whether or not I should cast Abzan Charm to draw cards. I think I should, because my next 2 turns are going to be basically set in stone. So yeah, we'll go to 18.
Okay.
Draw 2. Those are some good ones.
Boo.
Alright, draw for turn, and I will Thoughtseize you, and then Drown in Sorrow.
2 Hydras in the Siege.
Oh my. Well, we'll take one of the Hydras, going down to 16, and then Drown and Scry. Another good one on top. Keep it. You're up.
Alright, I will draw, add 2 mana to my mana pool, and play Whisperwood Elemental.
Jeez.
And second main...
No. First main, cast this. Second main, cast this, and then make a token.
I don't have the mana to do that.
Yeah, 2, 4, and then
Oh,
4,
you're right.
5, 6.
Yeah, you're right. I can do that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll choose the mana from that. I forgot that I could. Yeah, you're right.
And then next turn, your
Sweet.
Hydra's going to be gigantic.
And I'll manifest this thing.
Alright.
You're up.
Okie dokie. So we have access to 5 mana this turn. Man, that was a good draw. Genocider's going to do some cool stuff in a minute.
Hopefully.
Or you have 8, so you can only do it for 6. That means, unless you draw a land, you can't find a Hornet Queen or an Ugin, which is great for me. Could play Whisperwood and just match Whisperwoods with you, but yours could get way more out of control than mine. It is actually kind of tough. This Courser is super awkward right now.
With Forest, Urborg, Double
Well,
Tumble,
I have a green land in my hand, but if there's one on top, then it's just
Yeah.
vomit-inducing. It's actually a really tough turn. Yeah, I think I just try to match you, go to 15.
Okay.
Play my own Whisperwood Elemental,
Sure.
manifest a land, and say go.
Alright, so I go ahead and draw a card. It's this. I'm going to start by... I have a bunch of mana in my pool, and I'm going to unmorph Courser Crewfix with 1 green still floating.
Okay.
I'm going to play this land. So I go to 21.
You fetch twice.
Go to 19 then.
Yep.
I will,
I almost asked where your manifest was. I was like,
I'm going to go to combat, and I think I'm okay just trading these things off.
so am I.
So, alright, we'll just do that. And second main, I'm going to add 2.
4.
Yeah, I'm going to add 4 and then another 4 to Hydra for 6, I guess. 1, 2.
Yep.
2, yeah. Hydra for 6. Because I think I'd rather just have Nissa over almost anything else. So we'll get Nissa.
Was there anything relevant that I should... I guess I know your whole deck, so it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah. There's a Plutonos and a Nykthos in there. We haven't had Nykthos yet. Maybe do some dirty things with that guy. Alright.
Alright.
And I'll flip this card. This is the Queen. And I'll make this a 4/4.
Okay.
And you're up. Feeling we're probably going to get Wrathed, but it is what it is.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to play shit. Play Courser, taking a point down to 14.
Yep.
Go to back up to 15. And pass turn.
Alright. Untap. Draw Hornet Queen. Whisperwood. I don't want to cast anything yet because I just think I'm going to get Wrathed. So.
Actually, I'm going to downfall this during your draw step. I don't
Okay.
want to let you make a 4/4.
It's been downfalled. I'm just going to attack with these 2.
Alright, we'll double block the forest.
Alright, I'll kill the Courser.
I'll take 6 down to 9.
Yep. And I'm just going to pass because I don't want to overextend into a Wrath. At least not until I have this Whisperwood.
Draw, no reveal.
Yep.
Tapping Confluence for for black off of the Urborg. I'll play an Elspeth. And I will make a bunch of 1/1s.
Sure.
And I'll pass turn.
Alright, Elspeth could definitely be a problem. So we'll draw a Whisperwood Elemental. Alright. Attack. I don't know if I should attack with this Courser too. I guess I'll... So if he... Yeah, I'll send just this thing at Elspeth. Yeah. Or, sorry, I should do something. In my first main phase, I'm going to cast Whisperwood Elemental, and then I'm going to attack Elspeth.
Sure.
In the second main phase, I'm going to cast Hornet Queen.
Okay.
And you're up. And then I manifest this. I guess that's actually bad because I didn't want to manifest that, but I forgot about that. Oh well. Go.
Alright, I'll draw for turn. And this is all working out quite nicely. I'll minus. Oh wait, no, this lasts until end of turn. That actually is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think I messed up. Real bad. Oh, jeez. So you can unmorph that Plukernos and fight for 2. I guess I can still tick down, but then my Elspeth's just gonna die. Alright, I'm just gonna play this tapped. Tick up.
Okay.
Make 3 guys and say go.
Good. Let's untap. Draw. Add 4 to my pool. Play a land. Go to 20. I will use the 4 mana to unmorph Plukernos.
Okay.
Go to attacks.
Sure.
Let's attack you. Attack you. And attack all the... Wait, you're at 9 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should just attack you, to be honest. With everything, but nah, I don't know. I just want to get Elspeth off the table. But if you just like have a removal spell, I'll attack you with everything, with all these guys.
Okay.
I
so
think I
not
want to
this,
keep.
not this.
Well, let's see. You can.
I think you should attack with maybe.
The thing is, like, well, you can downfall. Let's see. You can unblock, double chomp, but I can monstrous Plukernos, so.
Yeah.
But I think I actually am supposed to attack Elspeth though, because if you have downfall and you kill my Whisperwood Elemental, and then wrath me, that's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm supposed to get Elspeth off the table, but I will attack you with all these and all of these at. And I should probably just attack you with this too. All right, I'll attack you with all this, Elspeth with these.
All right, I'm gonna move to blocks.
Sure.
All right. Block all the ground guys. Do 1 on each of these, and then 4 on this.
Okay.
I will. Maybe I don't need to do that. I will Abzan Charm targeting the elemental.
I will sacrifice it.
Okay. In response, I will downfall the Horned Queen.
Okay.
All right. So then the Westward ability resolves.
I will.
This is blocking. This is blocking.
Yeah.
And this is gonna go down to 2.
Yeah. I'm thinking if I should monstrous the Plukernos or not. I think I want to actually just manifest this thing so I don't draw it. So I'll just.
Do you have another Whisperwood Elemental?
Well, no, because his ability is still until end of turn.
Oh.
So when my Courser dies.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So you don't want to draw the elf.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that was dumb of me. Yeah, man. Okay.
So I'll just kill the 2 soldiers.
Okay.
And this will die, and I'll manifest this.
Okay.
And then Elspeth goes to 2. Second main, add a bunch of mana, and do nothing with it. Go. Alright, hope I don't get wrathed.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, I will
Oh, I guess I. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. Yeah.
attack with these.
I guess I'll block the soldier.
Okay.
Manifest token. Go to 18.
Alright, I'll Wrath and then tick up Elspeth.
Sure.
It was a Windswept Heath was my manifest.
I get to keep these frontier siegers.
That's true. There you go.
Alright, come on. Top deck. That's not terrible. Add 4, Plukernos. Second main, Courser with 1 green floating. Nykthos. Go to 19. And I will just say go. And hope you don't have another removal spell.
So you can make 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can do it for 4. Alright. I'm gonna play a Johnny.
Okay.
And try to put a counter on each of these guys.
Let me think. So next turn I'm going to have access to 4.
13 mana. 14 counting your land on top.
So I'd only be able to kill 4 things. That's fine.
Okay. Just more dice. And then I will make 3 more 1/1s.
Okay.
Hopefully keep both my guys alive for the time being. And I'll play my land in case I draw like Read the Bones or something and need the mana to do stuff. And also play like a come and play tap land.
Well, that's not what I want to see. Alright, I'll get a life.
20 to 9.
4 mana down to 2, but up to 8.
Yep.
10, 11, 12, 13. Monstrous for 6. 2, 2, 1, 1. Attack. Both at Elspeth.
Alright, I'll let Elspeth go to 2 and I'll jump here.
Sure. Go.
Alright, tick up, put 3 counters on this, attack for 5.
Alright, 15.
Your go.
Alright, draw this. 4 mana in my pool. Gain 1. 16. Alright. I will attack Elspeth with Forcer.
Block 1.
Second main phase carried. Go.
Alright, untap.
Yep.
Drop. Play a land. Tick up.
Sure.
We'll do... I'm running out of dice. Sorry. We're running out of room. 1 counter each here. It's okay. We got plenty. We got enough. And then I will... say go.
Alright. Draw this guy. I have 4 mana in my pool. Go to...
17.
Yep.
I think I'm going to gain 100 life in a minute.
Probably. I'll play Whisperwood Elemental.
I will exile it with Absent Charm.
I'll sack it.
Sure.
And... I'll attack Elspeth with my Courser.
Alright, I'll jump with a 1/1 so that he can't manifest.
Okay, go.
Alright. Tick down, kill these 2. Tick up. Attack for 9.
Okay, I'm at 8.
And scry, land on bottom, and sure go.
I'll go to 9. Ugin. Nope. Play that. You're up. I think that I can't win, but...
Alright. Counters here. Make 3 more tokens, attack for 12.
Yeah, I'm dead. I needed to draw like an Ugin basically.
All right, so that was kind of sweet.
That was pretty sweet.
That last game was a ton of back and forth.
Yes.
I obviously drew insanely well to get out of the precarious situation presented to me. But, yeah, I mean, I think the Frontier Sieges looked insane.
Yeah, the Frontier Sieges were, like, unbelievably good. And I was really impressed with Whisperwood Elemental from both sides of the board.
Yeah. I was actually much more impressive from your side. I know it might not seem from, like, if you're an aggressive deck playing Whispered Elemental, you don't actually understand what kind of pressure it puts on the opponent, because if they have the removal spell, you're just like, oh, okay, I guess it died. But the trick is, if they just don't have a removal spell and all they have is a Wrath effect, they're probably just dead.
Yeah.
And I was just fortunate enough in some random situations to have the spell removal spell and a Wrath effect, and it just ended up being like working out really well for me.
But like even in that situation, like there was one game where you had spot removal for Whisperwood, spot removal for Whisperwood, then Wrath, and you lost because you didn't have a removal spell for my next threat after the Wrath.
Yeah.
Because you had to play two. You had to play two spot removal spells before you played the Wrath, which is not what you want to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I could, like, the trick with Whisperwood is that it doesn't let your manifest make more manifests. So if all your opponent does is cast Whisperwood and make a 2/2, a Wrath is still a 1-for-1 with it.
Yeah.
But Wraths are kind of sacred against the mono green decks. Like, you need it to kill, like, their Pelucranos or their Hornet Queen and their 4 guys. Otherwise, you're just going to get overwhelmed by so many creatures. So you have to be very particular about when you are casting your spells, how you sequence things, how you lead your opponent. If you watched in Game 5, just the last game we played, you know, I had like 4 turns in a row where I chose not to cast in hostilities, even though it would have been like a pretty solid value, because the information I gleaned off of his Courser or Crew Fix made it so that I wanted to keep playing things, so he would have to keep playing things. And the more things he played that were better than things I played meant that my in hostilities was getting more and more value, because if I don't cast a spell and just sit there on my heels, he doesn't have to cast anything else. He just gets to beat me down with a big Pelucranos or a Hornet Queen or whatever.
Yeah.
And or just the Whisperwood Elemental itself, because it does make 2. It's a 5 mana for 6 power, then 8 power, then and if you randomly morph something like a Pelucranos or a Courser Crew Fix off of it, it seems pretty awesome. Both decks I thought were really good, or at least clean.
Yeah.
They both felt really clean. The Frontier Sieges looked absurd. You didn't get to cast Ugin, but this isn't a great matchup for Ugin anyway.
Yeah, this is not the matchup where Ugin shines the most, but, if he was playing Whip or if he was playing, like, Abzan aggro or anything like that, Ugin would have just been phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, he did board 2 out, but if in the last game, if he just ever drew an Ugin, I could not win anymore.
Yeah, it would have ended the game on
0,
the spot.
kill all the tokens, kill at least one of the Planeswalkers, probably both of them, or just -6, reset the board if, I had already killed all your big guys or whatever. So.
Yeah, just -6, reset the board, and then we're both in top deck mode, but I already have an Ugin in play.
Yeah, just a
casual
It's like Icecrown Scepter, Lightning Bolt, just pew, pew, pew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, that's going to be all for me and Brian for today. Be sure to check out the Versus videos on Wednesday and Friday. Mine and Brad's article should go up on Thursday, and I think yours goes up Friday.
Yep.
Cool. So be sure to check those out. We'll be talking all about Fate Reforged in the new standard format and how that will impact you, as well as hopefully how we did in DC last weekend. Right now, this is being filmed before DC, so hopefully we won.
With Whisperwood Elemental.
Photoshop trophy? We've already tried this before, and then we won, but we didn't Photoshop trophy.
All right, Photoshop second place.
They don't have a trophy for that.
All right, Photoshop second place.
You don't need to Photoshop that. That's just a direct...
Yeah.
You Photoshop that face onto your profile picture.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.